Spending 8 years watching your sister-in-law poison your marriage is excruciating. Revealing you're her landlord and serving her eviction papers? That's poetry. I'm Olivia Carter, 36 years old. For 8 years, my sister-in-law Amanda has tried to destroy my marriage to her brother Michael. Told him I was cheating. I wasn't. Said I was after his money. He had none. Spread rumors at family gatherings. Turned his family against me. Constant, relentless sabotage. Last month, she stood up at Christmas dinner and announced, "I finally have proof Olivia's having an affair. I hired a private investigator. She's been lying to you for years, Michael. Divorce her before she takes everything." 20 family members listened, believed her, waited for me to crumble. Instead, I smiled, pulled out my own folder, and said, "Amanda, before we discuss my fictional affair, let's discuss the house you're living in, the one you rent for $2,300 a month. Did you know your landlord is—" I paused. "Me? And you're 3 months behind on rent. That's $6,900, plus the eviction notice I filed yesterday." The room went silent. Michael went white. Amanda's face drained of all color. Because the sister-in-law who spent 8 years trying to prove I was a gold digger had been living in a house I owned, paying me rent while trying to destroy me. This is the story of how strategic silence made the reveal devastating. Before I tell you what the eviction notice said, before you hear what Michael said when he learned the truth, smash like now. Comment on your city. This is about owning what they think you can't touch. 8 years ago, I married Michael Carter, software engineer, kind, loving, making $78,000 a year. Comfortable, not wealthy. His sister Amanda, 2 years older, 38 now, hated me from day one. "You're not good enough for my brother. You're after his money." What money? Michael had student loans and a used car. I was a marketing manager making $65,000. We were equals financially. But Amanda created a narrative. I was a gold digger, a social climber, using Michael. Year one, she told Michael's parents that I'd asked her for money. Complete lie. They believed her, treated me coldly at the holidays. Year two, she spread rumors that I was cheating. I saw Olivia with another man at a restaurant. It was my brother at a family dinner. She knew this, lied anyway. Year three, she told Michael I'd tried to borrow money from her behind his back. Never happened. Michael confronted me. I showed him the bank statements. He believed me, but the damage was done. Year four, she started a whisper campaign at family events. "Olivia's controlling. She isolates Michael from us. She's changing him." I wasn't. Michael chose to see his family less because of Amanda's behavior. Year five, she told Michael I was sabotaging his career. "She doesn't want you to succeed. She wants you dependent on her." Insane. I'd helped him prepare for every interview and promotion. Year six, she hired a private investigator to follow me. Found nothing, because there was nothing to find. Told the family I'd gotten better at hiding it. Year seven, she confronted me at Thanksgiving in front of 15 people. "Why don't you just admit you married Michael for money? We all know the truth." I walked out. Michael followed. We didn't return for 6 months. Year eight, last month, Christmas dinner. Amanda stood, pulled out a folder. "I hired a private investigator. Again, this one actually found proof. Olivia's having an affair with her work colleague, Daniel. Lunch meetings, evening drinks, hotel check-in. I have photos. Michael, I'm sorry, but your wife is cheating." She started laying out photos. Daniel and I, my actual work colleague, at business lunches, at a work conference, professional, documented. Michael looked at me, not angry, tired. "Olivia?" I said calmly, "Daniel is my director. We work together. Those are business meetings. The hotel? 3-day marketing conference. Work paid. My boss was there. Want her number?" Amanda said, "You're lying." The investigator said, "The investigator saw what they wanted to see. business meetings between colleagues, because that's what they are. Michael's mother said, "Olivia, Amanda wouldn't lie about this." I said, "Amanda's been lying about me for 8 years. This is just the latest." Amanda said, "I've been trying to protect my brother from a woman who's using him." I said, "Using him for what? His $78,000 salary? Amanda, I make $95,000 now. I don't need Michael's money. Never did." I pulled out my own folder. Thicker. Much thicker. "But since we're sharing information at Christmas dinner, let's talk about you, Amanda." Her confident expression faltered. "Let's talk about the house you're living in, the one you love so much, the 3-bedroom on Maple Street. You rent it for $2,300 a month, correct?" She said, "What does that have to do with—" "You've lived there 8 years, loved it, told everyone how perfect it is, how devastated you were 3 years ago when the original landlord sold it. So? Did you ever wonder who bought it, who your new landlord is?" She went pale. "The property company, Cornerstone something. Cornerstone Property Holdings. My LLC. I own it. I bought it 3 years ago. You've been paying me rent for 3 years while calling me a gold digger, while trying to prove I'm after money. You've been literally giving me money every month." Dead silence. 20 people frozen. Michael said, "You own Amanda's house?" "I own 6 rental properties. Total value $3.2 million now. Hers is one of them, and she's 3 months behind on rent. That's $6,900 in arrears, plus the eviction notice I filed yesterday." I pulled out the eviction notice, handed it to her. "Merry Christmas." Michael's father said, "Olivia, you're evicting her at Christmas?" "I'm evicting her for non-payment of rent. The timing is coincidental. She stopped paying in September. I gave her months to catch up. She ignored my property manager, so I filed. That's business." Amanda's face was red, furious, humiliated. "You've been spying on me." "You live in my house. I'm not spying. I'm a landlord. A lenient one, actually. Most landlords file after 1 missed month. I waited for 3. Michael said, "Olivia, why didn't you tell me you owned Amanda's house?" "I never asked about my properties. I have 6. Amanda's is 1. It's a good investment. Was anyway, until she stopped paying." I looked at Amanda. "You spent 8 years trying to prove I'm a gold digger, a liar, a cheater, tried to turn my husband against me. You never knew I owned her house, that she'd been paying me rent for 3 years, that the woman she called poor and opportunistic owned $3.2 million in real estate. When she finally accused me of cheating at Christmas dinner, I handed her eviction papers in front of 20 witnesses. The gold digger owned her house. The liar told the truth. The manipulator was actually her landlord." Subscribe if you've ever been underestimated. Hit like if someone's tried to destroy you and you owned more than they imagined. Remember, the person they call poor might own their house. The one they call calculating might be 3 steps ahead. Never assume you know someone's situation. Amanda spent 8 years creating a false narrative. I spent 3 years collecting her rent checks. She thought I was weak. I was her landlord. That's the difference between talking and owning. She talked about what I was supposedly doing. I owned the roof over her head. The eviction was legal. The timing was perfect. The reveal was everything.